Back at Wilsley for another session. Done last night, but when I turned up, a lot of the lake was quite rammed, to be fair. Every likely area where I fancied was already taken, so I went for the gamble. Got on the end of the wind, but went right down into the shallows in, well, a bit of a bog, if I'm honest. Took quite a bit of effort to get the barrow through it, if I'm honest. I ended up breaking the actual barrow. Got down there, didn't see anything, but in them shallows, it's quite murky water, so I weren't expecting to see a lot, especially the time of night I was getting set up and that. So just got the found the spots and got the rods on it. Bream 10 minutes after casting out, triggered one of them, and that was it virtually for the night. One liner, not a lot else to go on. This morning I woke up, still the lake's quite busy. No one really looked like they were going to move until a lad 3-4 swims up started packing down out the blue, so I thought sod it basically, and just jumped in his swim. He'd had a couple of fish in the previous 2 or 3 nights. It looked as good as anywhere I was going to get on, so I've jumped in here now, got set up, just got at home. I can get the baits on the right spots and hopefully the fish move in here. As you can see, the rods are out. It's only about 3.5 to 4 foot the very max in front of the swim. It's the water's very murky because of this rain we've been having, and it's coming off the fields and off the wooded area behind me. It has coloured up the water a lot, but in this shallow water, I'm sure the fish must get on this southwesterly wind. Hopefully they do anyway, or else I'm wasting my time. But I have seen a couple of fish, and I do think they will get up here. As I mentioned earlier, I put a bit of bait in, only 1.5 kilos, just enough hopefully to get the heads down. The bloke who was in here before, did have a couple of fish last few days, and I did ask him how much bait he had put in, and it weren't that much. He'd just been trickling it in. So I know I'm not fishing over anyone else's bait really. There's not anything out there that don't know about. The rigs, if you can see with my big fat fingers in the way, are basically there. Look at that for a sausage finger. 18 wraps they are. Basically I've just, like I said, I've chucked around till I found a firmer area. It's still quite shoddy, but I'm sure they're getting in amongst it a little earlier, because I've been soaking my baits in the Nash spiced hemp oil and the matching TG liquid. They're quite oiled up, and I did see a bit of a flat spot appear. So something's visited the spot, something's happened down there, either roach, bream, or hopefully the carp are on it, but we'll see. As you can see, it's a very nice looking swim really. It's got quite a bit of open water. It's shallow virtually from about 2 rod lengths out where it drops down to 3 odd foot. It's almost flat all the way across. And I'm the only one down this end of the lake, which I'm surprised about, with it being the first week of July and this being the shallow end. And it's not cold really. The temperatures are around about the mid-doubles, and the water feels fairly warm. I thought, it'd be a few people would have the same idea of me and get near the end of the wind in the shallows, but only one up here for now anyway. As you can see, the weather conditions have changed dramatically. The wind's completely switched. We've got a lovely southwesterly now pumping down this end, and the sky's gone really overcast, and now it's been raining for probably about half an hour now. About 10 minutes into the rain, my middle rod bobbin pulled up tight, and the fish went shooting along the surface, which resulted in quite a stubborn battle. Fish just plodding around. When I thought I was winning, it would take a bit of line, and it ended in a mint old Leicestershire common of 22.10 it was. Absolute minter. The heavy baiting's paid off. I mean, through the night I had plenty of bream, over a dozen bream, but I just kept topping up with the TG Active, just constantly trickling it in over the top. Every time I caught a bream, another 6-7 spoms, just to make sure there was bait on the spot. Plenty of scent being pumped off, and it's pulled and paid off in the end. It's a bit of a result really, because I was starting to wonder if these conditions would actually change like the weatherman had predicted, and we all know what the weatherman's like. Says one thing and means another. So when it did change, it put a little wry smile on my face. I saw a fish bosh about 10 yards off the spot, and then 10 minutes later the rod ripped off. Happy days. Hopefully I have more success to report to you very soon. After last week's session, I had between 30 and 35 bream, but I did manage a carp, 22.10, so which you would have seen early on in the video, no doubt, which I was more than happy with. But it just really killed me catching them bream constantly. I went for over 10 kilo of TG Active, and it just seemed like the spot was rocking, but with the wrong species. So I'll come back this week. Got down here, it was quite quiet. I mean, I'll come down in the week again because I've got a bit of time off work, so I'll come down, and there was only about 4 or 5 of us on here, so I've managed to get on some fish, which I'm more than chuffed with. So I've just got the rods in. I've had a bream straight away, which don't bode well for the rest of the session, but we'll see how it goes. There is fish showing. Oh, look at that. Look at that, one of Willsley's finest. Believe it to be the long common. 32.10, personal best common for me. Proper old English warrior, look at it. 1 or 2 battle scars down it, big chunky head. Look at the length in the paddle way. Now that's what we've come here for. Again on the Nash TG Active, snowman upbait, little white topper on it, over about 3 kilo of freebies. Been sat dead quiet that spot has. I was expecting it to kick off a bit early, but just after 1 in the morning, and that's the result of it. Beautiful, beautiful common. Couldn't ask for more, could you really? Especially around here, Leicestershire, not a lot to go at. But that's a result, proper result. Hopefully later on in this video I could talk you through how the hell I caught it. Beautiful. I'm just going to talk you through the rig I caught it on, and the rig I've been using lately. I talked about it in another video previously and that, but I'll just go through it again. Basically, that's simple how everyone's using the IQD rig. I'm using it to bait braid. That's simple. 8 inches of Nash combi link, a couple of bits of the liquid putty over the knot, and just a little bit stripped back, just like a little bit stripped back, a bit of coating, and then just a simple D with a ring swivel on. I think it presents better because the spots I tend to fish, I mean, it's a lot of lads catch out the real choddy stuff in here, but I like to find a bit cleaner of a spot. Just gives me more confidence. Now, a clean spot to me means at some stage fish have been on it. So I've been piling in the bait. Last night I put in 3.5 kilo of the 15mm TG Active, and over with that rig just been fishing a glugged hardened hooker that I've been glugging in the TG Active oil. That is TG Active, there's no label, but the labels come off through me using it too much. And the glugging the TG Active hardened hookers just because they last a bit longer, and there's a lot of roach in it, so the normal bottom bait straight out the bag can get mushed up a bit by the roach, so the hardened ones don't. And I've just been fishing one of the multicoloured matching TG Active rainbow airball pop-ups on top, just as a snowman over the top. I mean, I've tried matching the hatch and just fishing straight for a bottom, and it just hasn't come off. All I've done is pick out more and more bream. As for a bit of colour on top, I don't know if the carp come in small numbers and they just pick at it. As for the bream, just annihilate the free offerings. I'm not sure, but this has done the do. And yeah, let's see what the rest of the session brings. After that common, incidentally, is I've never had rubber the green with big commons, so that is a PB 32.10. More than happy, especially from the home county. Can't fault it really.
Yes, get in. Yes. He will do. Oh, another chunky comment.
Coming to the end of the session, I managed 5 fish all in all now. A 32, which was a long common, a scraper 20, a nice old mirror reel, like scarred up, and a few nice scales on it, and a real like melted tail. Proper one of them Wilsley originals, I believe. So I've had a real good one. Used in excess of about 8 or 9 kilo TG active all in all, and every bite has come to well, every bite I've landed has come to the same rod, the right-hander, which is exactly the same as I've showed you early on in the video, with just a white pop-up on I've been trying all different colours throughout the year, and throughout the year I've been catching on. It seems to be phases. It started off pink, then went to orange. Now it seems to be I'm getting bites on the white. So at least I know I've done something right lately. But it's been a great session. Just about to wind the rods in and get packed away and that, whilst the weather's dry. Thanks for watching. Again, as always, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter, and also read my blogs on the Advanced Carp Fishing website. I'll keep doing these as long as I keep catching fish. So far this year I'm having a half decent year, and I don't mind sharing it with